but it's so cold today. Oh my God. And how I managed to stay fit even accepting all the invitations I get regarding food. Sometimes Costco has deals for this whey protein.
My baby is growing.
Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to my Thursday, a cold winter day here in Toronto, another one, but it's so cold today. Oh my God. But anyways, the show must go on, the vlog must go on, and here I am. The day is gonna be a normal day. The difference will be the night, because tonight's gonna be a little different. Actually, if you're new here, nice to meet you. I'm Luciana Couto. I'm a health coach, but I don't like to tell you what to do or what to eat. I like to share my life with you so you can be inspired to live a healthy lifestyle. And then of course I share some tips and tricks. I share my secrets with you so you can get all of my secrets if you tag along. But anyways, if you are not new here, you know that I'm all about routine. I'm all about routine. That's it. Usually on weekdays we have our things in place. We have our diet in place. Not a diet, but we eat healthier than on weekends. But I was invited to this event. This restaurant is launching their new menu, and they invited me, and I believe other influencers as well, to go there to check their menu, to of course to share their menu in our social media. So we are going there, my husband and I, we are going there tonight. So it's gonna be a little different, not a little, a very different night for us because it's Thursday. I usually don't go out on weekdays, and as you can imagine, the food today is gonna be a little different because I advocate for cooking, for eating our wholesome meals, especially during the weekdays, or on normal days, I would say, so we can indulge ourselves on weekends, on holidays. So tonight will be a little out of the curve for us. Of course, when you go to a restaurant, you cannot control as much as you do when you are at home cooking your meal. But as I always say, there is no such thing as unhealthy food. There is unhealthy diet. And I think it's gonna be a good opportunity to show you how I manage to have those nights that are out of my routine, and that of course I'm gonna eat more, and how I manage to stay fit even accepting all the invitations I get regarding food. So let's start the day. When we think about balancing our diet, or when we think, yeah, I have this night ahead, so I have to think about what I'm gonna eat during the day, the obvious thing, or the first thing that comes to our minds is that we should eat less. But it's not about eating less, it's about eating better. I have a balanced diet. I eat healthy on a daily basis. When I have an event like this one approaching or when I have holidays approaching, I don't eat less, I eat better. I try to eat even better than I usually do on a daily basis. And eating better, if you know me, you know what I'm gonna say. If on a daily basis we have to focus on protein, on a day like this, what should we do? Focus even more on protein. Again, it's not about eating less, but it's about focusing even more on protein, prioritizing protein even more. And a few vlogs ago, I showed you my recipe for a whole roasted chicken, and I told you that was a good way to have like a few meals prepared in advance. I made this recipe a couple of days ago, and I still have chicken to eat. Today, I have to be honest, we are going to scrape a little bit because it's the last meal, I believe. The chicken is almost gone, but we still have protein here. I'm gonna wait how much of chicken I'm putting on my plate because I think it's not enough, and I'm gonna try to compensate by eating more protein bars or protein cookies during the day, so I have more protein before I go there. That will help us to balance it out. Of course, our macros, that's the most important thing. Our macros have to be balanced, and I'm not even talking about all the benefits of having plenty of protein in our diet, like to gain muscle mass, to improve our metabolism, to improve a lot of things in our health. But today, I think the most important role of protein today, when we think on a day like today, is it's gonna satiate us more. So chances are we are not going to overeat. It's not that I'm not gonna eat more tonight, I'm prepared to eat more. It's not a normal day I want to enjoy. I know they have a lot of delicious things there, and I wanna eat it all. Of course, I wanna indulge. I don't wanna be there and thinking, oh, I shouldn't be eating that. No, I'm gonna eat everything I want. But if I nourished my body with enough protein during the day, chances are I'm gonna taste everything, I'm gonna have a little of everything, but I'm not gonna overeat. You know what I mean? So let's have lunch. And now I have to solve a problem because I got an email from the people from the restaurant, and they are encouraging us to dress like in a country style. But the thing is, I don't have anything country. I don't have flannel shirt, I don't have a cowboy hat. I think I have boots. Yeah, I have two pair of boots that would go well, I believe. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know what should I wear. Of course, it's not mandatory, but I want to be a good sport, you know. Oh, I have this denim shirt. Maybe a denim shirt. Oh, the denim shirt would work. I don't know with what, but I think I can make it work. But you know what concerns me more about tonight? It's not the food, it's not about what I'm gonna eat. It's the time. It's about my schedule, about my evening schedule, because the event will be from 7 to 9 p.m. And around 9 p.m., my husband and I, we are already in bed. We are not sleeping yet, but we are already rewinding. We are relaxing, we are talking to each other, we are reading, and this restaurant is actually outside Toronto. So I have to think that I am gonna leave there around 9 p.m. and I still have like 30 minutes or so to get home. So I'm gonna get home like 9:30, and of course I'm gonna take a shower, I'm gonna remove my makeup. You know, I don't think I'm going to bed before 10 p.m. And actually, that's the most disruptive thing about this day for me. Those are some things that usually we don't think about it, but they impact our life, our routine, if we are trying to build this healthy routine. What I want to share with you, my tip for you, is not about tonight, but it's about tomorrow morning. I'm not gonna be vlogging tomorrow morning, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wake up at the same time and I'm gonna do the same things I do every morning. Because here's the thing, when nights like this happen, or when we have our routine disrupted, either because an event, either because, I don't know, we didn't sleep well, something happened, we tend to get out of track and come back slowly to the track. And the thing is, we should come back to the track as fast as we can. Our routine is important. I always talk about routine. I love routine, and I think routine is the foundation, and we have to come back fast to our routine. The longer you stay out of track, the longer will be to come back, the harder will be to come back to your routine, especially if you are in the beginning of your journey, in the beginning of your wellness journey. If you are still working on building a healthy routine, on building health habits, it's hard to come back once you get out of track. I always say that if you missed one day of the gym, the next day come back normally. You don't work out more, you don't work out less. You do exactly what you had planned for that day. That's what I always do. Sometimes I don't sleep well, and even if I wake up in the morning not feeling the greatest, I still go to the gym and I still do what I planned to do that morning. And actually, you can apply that to your diet as well. Sometimes we have this roller coaster, like we indulge ourselves and then we quote unquote punish ourselves eating less or trying to go too hard on a diet. Let's say something happened yesterday and you didn't eat well. Don't overcompensate today. Do the same you would do on a normal day. That's the best way to come back to track. Today I'm preparing my protein cookies. I usually have them because we eat almost every day, and they are super healthy, of course, packed with protein, and they help us reach our protein goals for the day. We usually eat as a dessert because they are like dessert. So I start by preheating the oven to 350 Fahrenheit. I'm gonna use my standard mixer for that, but you don't need to actually. For that, I'm gonna use peanut butter, erythritol, and what more? Oh yeah, and the whey protein. And of course, chocolate. If you don't have chocolate chips, you can chop any chocolate and use for your recipe. Oops. I'm gonna start with 1 cup of peanut butter. As I always say, when you buy peanut butter, you have to read the ingredients list and you have to find only peanut there. You shouldn't find anything else in your peanut butter. And I like the Kirkland brand from Costco because it's made only with peanuts. So I'm gonna measure 1 cup of peanut butter, and then 2/3 of erythritol is a good sweetener to have at home because it's pretty similar to sugar. So any recipe you have with sugar, you can substitute one by one. Let's say you have to use 1 cup of sugar, you can use 1 cup of erythritol. Because the problem with other sweeteners like stevia, for example, you cannot do that. Stevia is way sweetener than sugar. Oops! Yeah, we almost had an accident here. So I'm gonna add 2/3 of a cup erythritol and half of a cup of whey protein. I use this one that I get from Costco. It's a good one, it's an affordable one, especially if you get, sometimes Costco has deals for this whey protein and you can get like $10 or $12 off, and it's pretty good. I don't drink protein shake. I don't like that much, but my husband does every day, and I use for my protein cookies, for my protein bars, for everything. This one is vanilla. Actually, can use any whey protein or any other protein powder that you have at home. If you have vanilla, better, but use anything you have actually, or anything you can find. Here comes half of a cup of whey protein. And now comes the best part, the chocolate. For chocolate, I'm gonna use 100 grams of chocolate chips. If you have regular chocolate, like a chocolate bar, you can chop it. And I get a spatula and I give the first mix, like I incorporate everything together because it's easier for the mixer. You can actually do all the process by hand with a spatula. And now to the stand mixer. I am not satisfied with the consistency, so I'm gonna add some more peanut butter. I think it's a little better. Yeah. Now I can make cookies with this dough. Now it's time to scoop the cookies. And now we smash them a little, oops, not too much. Be careful. And now we are going to pop them in the oven for 30 minutes and it's done. It's so easy. Hey Siri, count 13 minutes.
13 minutes starting now.
Easy, right? And it's time to feed my sourdough starter actually. Let's see. Oh, my baby is growing and it's getting even more disgusting. Ugh, this is not beautiful at all. Actually, I had an idea to discard this. I have to discard half of this every day for the first week. I would say year, but week. And then I have to add 1 more cup of whole wheat flour. I'm using whole wheat flour, of course. It's way better than white flour. And 1 cup of water. And then we put it back to its place. Until tomorrow. Bye.
Starting route to Lone Star, Texas Grill.
I have to say, they went all out to welcome us. Everything was perfectly set up with a charming country-inspired decoration. And of course, they didn't forget the hats to help us dive right into the vibes. For drinks, they had something for everyone. There were different mocktails for those doing dry January, but we decided to stick with the traditional margaritas. Because why not? I went with a blood orange margarita, heavenly, and hubby went for the spicy one, which was a perfect kick. The food? Oh, the best part. We started with nachos with queso. So delicious. followed by a full-on fajitas buffet. And crispy mozzarella? Yes, please! It was all so good, we couldn't resist going back for seconds. But the highlight? Line dancing. We had coaches guide us through the moves. And while it was a bit tricky at first, the key was to relax, have fun, and enjoy the moment. It's all about trusting the process. You'll be stumble a bit at the start, but at some point, you'll be gliding across the dance floor like a pro. Or almost like one. Take this as a little reminder for life too. It's not about being perfect right away. Just enjoy the ride. You get there. Thank you for spending the day with me. If you enjoyed it, consider subscribing. I post vlogs like this 3 times a week. Want early ad-free access to my vlogs, plus educational videos on health and wellness, recipes, yoga classes, and more? Subscribe to my newsletter at lucianacouto.com.